Hello, all my stamping friends. I am Lisa Fulford, your creative coach, and I am back for day 8 of my 12 days of Christmas. And I have a very quick and easy treat box for you. And it's this little star. It's got a star there. And I am following the pattern from the Paper Pixie. I think it was maybe 4 or 5 years ago that she posted the video. I will try to remember to either post it in the descriptions or add it to the end of the video, like over here somewhere. But it's a really cute little box and it goes together quickly. And so hopefully you'll enjoy this. And it holds one of these Lindor chocolates, or I think it's called a Ferrero Rocher or something like that. Or you could put a couple of maybe Hershey Nuggets or Hershey Kisses, a couple things like that. Or if you have a gift that's about this size, you could use this as a gift also. So let's get started with this box. Change that. So here's what it looks like right here. This is one of these stitched shapes, and it's got a little rhinestone on it, and this is some of the ribbons. I think it might be a new ribbon. Let's see. It is Secret C, and it is the open. Let's see what it says here, because I gotta find. There's multiple. Bordered open weave ribbon. Sorry, there's 4 different languages, and I had to find which one was ours. All right, and so, and then there's a little circle that goes down here on the bottom, and then there's these little notches, and I'm going to show you how to do that. I think she used the score punch board maybe for hers, but not everybody has that, and that was a while ago, so I came up with a different way to do that. And so I have a circle punch that's not really all that large, and hopefully it will work again, because it worked fine with this one. So we're going to start out with a piece of DSP, and this DSP is 5.5 by 4 inches, and it's in a landscape because you want it in landscape for your images to be going correctly. And on the 4-inch side, we are going to do some scoring. So I have my paper cutter here ready to go, and I will scooch this way so that it's in camera. And let's see, maybe turn on a couple of lights so that you can see. There we go. That looks better. There is a glare here, but all right. So on the 4-inch side, we're going to go, let's see, 1 1/8. I want to make certain that I've got it. Yeah, okay. So at the top of your paper, you want it at 1 1/8. I want to make certain I didn't tell you wrong. So I'm going to score blades out of the way. So 1 1/8. And then at 3. Come on, get there. All right, and then score it at 3. And then on the 5.5-inch side, we're going to score it at 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So it's just in 1-inch increments. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, and then on the 5-inch side, we are going to cut up on each one of these score lines on the bottom here. Scissors. And then let's see, trying to decide. So at the top, we're going to go ahead and take a little, just an angle on the corner, on that 1/2 inch area there. So just that corner. It'll make it go together easier. So I'm going to snip just a wedge on either side of that. So we could cut up straight and then do the wedges, but if you do it all as a wedge to begin with, then it just works out easier. And I'm pretty certain this little piece comes off. It's been a few days since I made this one. I guess I could have made another pattern. So it should look about like this. Now we're going to fold on all of the portrait style vertical lines, and we're going to start bringing these together. I'm going to fold it over, and there is a score line right here. And I'm just going to push this die, or the punch right here is a circle, and there's this line of reference right here. So I'm going to put the edge of this right here, and then there's this arrow. Push this in here, and find that score line, and then line up my edges just right here. So you're just taking just a sliver off. So this straight line here goes right there, and I'll punch. Then I'm going to fold on the next one and do the same thing. Slide it in, line up with the score line. Bring the paper to this line here. And as long as you have something to reference with whichever punch you have, I'm certain that it would work. All right, so this last one here, we're going to end up gluing this together. So I'm going to line them up like that. Here, turn it over. It's easier for me to see. I'll line up the edge. Then I'm going to put my punch right there, and I'm going to have to end up going through multiple layers because I have it folded over. So earlier I was going through 2, and now this one here is going to be 3. Trying to find my score line. And as long as it's roughly in the right spot, then we're all good. So we're going to glue this together. Let me grab my glue. There we go. We're going to line up that corner and the score lines. So this will be the back of our box because this is where our seam is. All right, so then we're going to start folding these in. And I'm going to put glue on this one. And it's the farthest one in the back. And we're going to tuck that down and put the next one down. I'm going to put glue on this one and do the same thing there. And then glue on that one. And we're just working our way around. Okay, this is the seam right here, so I want to do this one next. And then this one will be the back one. Here, I'll just put it here. That way, I know this will be covered and I don't want to get glue down in that opening. All right. So we want it to be a star, and we're trying to make certain it's all squared up. Get the glue off my fingers. And then I'm going to add glue to the back of this piece here. And this DSP that I'm using is the Peaceful Garden. I'm going to push that down. I'll turn it over and use one of the glue bottles to press down in there. That's the reason why I wedged them, so that it would go together easier. And then we'll drop our little candy in there. So let's see. This is the back. So that means right here is the front. We're going to see. Tuck these in. I think I probably should have scored these, maybe, but we can just pinch them. Each one of these we're going to just bring together and pinch, 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 and pinch. So see, it makes a star. Let's find that front end piece again. There's the seam. So this will be the front of our box, and it's a flat edge. Lay this down. Tie this in a bow, and you want it to kind of go into those openings. I hope I cut myself a long enough piece of ribbon. I'm going to use my reverse tweezers just because there's a lot going on trying to hold this in place. There we go. Make my loop that, and because I cut a very short piece of ribbon, I do not know why I did that. And you hold the knot and pull on the tails, and you can pull on the loops to get your bow. Straighten it up. That, and then we'll snip this end off. Like that. I'll take a little bit off this one. So there's our box, and it makes that star, and you just kind of pull it tight so that it will hold. And like I said, I maybe scored these, but just pinching it, I think it actually makes a better star than if doing the die cutting. So I'm going to close up my glue because I think I'm finished with that. And I have secret C in the word Mary. Away. And we'll take the word, ink it up. I love secret C because it stamps so nice. There we go. It's my new favorite sentiment ink to use. All right, so we want to bring in our rhinestones. These are so pretty. And I'm going to use, I think, one of these medium ones. And bring it right here underneath the word. Like that. And we'll add dimensional. Like that. I'm going to put 2 straight up and down. I think I maybe only did 1 the last time, but I had to reposition, and it makes it sometimes where they don't want to stick that well. So we're going to bring our box in. We're going to bring our Mary. You want to get it as straight and centered as you can the first time. And there we go. That is our box for our Lindor little truffle things. So I hope you enjoyed this little treat box. And it can be a gift box as well. It goes together fairly quickly. It's minimal amount of DSP. And so, and a few other pieces. And so it makes it where it's a really cute little treat to give to someone that your family and friends will really adore. So I want to thank you for joining me for day 8 of my countdown to Christmas. And if you haven't already, there is a link in the description to join my newsletter list. And then stay tuned for the rest of my 12 days of Christmas. They will be coming to you this week. And there are others that are on my YouTube channel. And I've been linking the playlist at the end of the video. So you can always click on that and go back and look at the ones that I've already uploaded. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and let me know where you're viewing from and what you think about this cute little treat box. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. But until next time, happy stamping!